Hello guys, today we are going to learn about how to use mobex with your React application. Without stop, at first we just discuss a little bit that why we need mobex in our React app. Uh, the answer is simple because in our React app we have a lot state as our application grows bigger and bigger. In that case, it's really become quite difficult to manage your application in such a when your state is so much. So you have to just use component drills and all such things in order to update your state, and that's not recommended, and that's also not a good practice. And you can't maintain your project when it grows at a scale. So um, in that case we use mobex. Not mobex, there are a couple of more libraries out there for state management like redux. So I don't recommend using redux because as a beginner, because it's quite tough and it comes with a lot of boilerplate. So you just start with mobex, and as soon as you get comfortable with that, and then you can move ahead with your other libraries like redux and all sort of things like that. So first start with mobex. So this is quick intro about mobex. So let's get started by heading on to our terminal and just creating a new React app. So just click here and just let's open up our terminal, and let's go to our desktop, something like this. So let's make our React app right here, uh, using just npx create React test app, and we need to make it as to do app because I'm going to show you how to make to do app. Using this small example, I can show you that how to use state and maintain that and all sort of things. So just hit enter and it will create an app for you. And here I'm using Visual Studio Code, so I'm using it. So you can feel free to use any editor of your choice. Uh, I recommend Visual Studio because it comes with so much extension and lots of tool out there and debugging and all sorts of things. But if you find another one interesting, then you can feel free to use that also. Nothing, no problem with that. So it is creating our React app. So I'm pausing this video and coming back after some time. So we are done with uh, we're creating a React app. So first, let's go to our app and just illustrate what we have there. Now we have to open that using our VS Code, like I said you. Just open that right here. This one, and in here, you first need to clean it up a little bit. So let's go to our file. Let's go to a file, which is Redux application. No, 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 not this one. Yeah, this one. Uh, and in here, just go there and delete some of the files which we need there, which is in src. Just delete some of the files. Not this. Delete that, and we can simply go right here and have it. Uh, so I was doing it off screen, deleting all the files, and just we have now index.jx. Now in that we need to clear up some more, like this, and in here we need to clear up this one, and in here we need to clear up this one, and here this one needs to be cleared, and here this one needs to be cleared. Now this one is done. Now we have to create this app. So for that, Just create a new file here, which is app.js. And in here, we need to use RFC, which is React Functional Component here. And here we need to just delete all of those things and just use here something like this. And in here, we can have it. But I prefer using main, let it be. Uh, Main, and in here, let's have a intro part. Oh no, let's have it something like this. H3 my to do app. Save that. This is our to do app. So let's go to our uh, go to the top and import something here. Import something will be coming from uh, this brings to our next point, which is we need to install mobex. Okay, because we are using that. So first we need to install that npm I, and then use mobex, and mobex dash react. Just hit enter. So now we are done with installing mobex. Next we need to import that mobex dash react, and in that we got two things to import right here, which is first one is um, use local store. Next one is use observer. These two things we need right here. Okay. After that, we need to create a context right here. For that, we need to just use const store context, and in that we are just going to use react dot create context, and just like that, and store context dot mm, this is it. So the next thing we are going to do is creating our store, which is going to contain all our states. So for that, a const store, or maybe to do store, whatever it is, we're just going to use here is equal to, and the function which is going to return our something, and in that function we are going to pass children, which is going to be wrapped by our provider. So children, you can name it anything, by the way. Children, but children makes sense. That's why I'm using that. Uh, Again, we are going to use a const store, and in that store we are going to use like this, and uh, use local store, and under that we are going to just use this one. And this guy is right here, and just this is a function. Remember this function, and this is going to return our object. Okay, which is the meat part of it. Just like this, it is going to return us an object, and in that object we are going to contain our to-do list, to-do list, to-do, sorry, to-do list, which is going to have this an object which is having ID. This is going to be one, and then we have a to do, which is going to have go to gym or anything like that. We have just a to do right here. After having to do, we need to have some more thing right here. One thing is um, having to do, but not. But I'm going to do it later on because I have to demonstrate some more thing for that particular thing. So just I'm keeping it simple and giving it a one element which is to do list. Okay. Um, now what this function will return is a provider which is of this context. So just head on to create a new uh, provider which is just store context dot provider, and then in here we have to just pass in all these uh, children, and in there we are just going to give it a value, and which is of store which we have just created right here. We have to just pass this one in this value store. Okay, just save that, and we are having this. Um First, let's see that what's currently displaying in our output. So for that, just head on to your terminal and just use nodemon. So to have it that what is there in our uh, front end, what is showing right now. So till this starting, let's do some more work in here, which is this part is done, I think, and in this tutorial let's keep it right here, and we are just going to use here one more which is a list item, which we need right here, which we need to have, and here we need something like this, not like that. It is starting, by the way. Our server is starting, so let's wait for that. So this is our app which is up and running. So let's go to our terminal and just use it right here. And this is a to-do app, so let's create a list view where our to-do will be listed. So list view that we have right here, and just create a component out of it. Okay, uh, just a simple one, just like that. Uh, const list view is equal to just like that, and in here we are having this, and in here we are just going to return something which is before returning that we need to use that context right here. So we have to just use const store, which is our states, which is containing our states, um, and in that we need to just use um not like that, react dot use context, and in here we just have to pass that store context, whatever it is something like that. And after that, after doing that, uh, we just need to extract this list and map it so that we can show it using in our list. Okay, so for that we just need to return here something, return here that particular store. So for that we need to just to use store dot uh, to do list dot map. After mapping we get to do each time, to do, sorry, not like that, to do, and that it is going to be rendered as an ally. Okay, just like that. What happened? Okay, this is there. Okay, okay, got you. Um, so this store is going to return to do, which is stored in the form of li, and then that will pass that to do for us li, and in that we have our to do. We must return that, otherwise it will give us an error. Return that obviously, and we next need to go here to do dot to do so that we can have it. And in our id we just need to, sorry, not id, it's key, so that our react app can identify each of our list item unique. Okay, so for that we need uh, um, id. So to do dot id, which will be unique. Okay, so this is it. We need to return that, and pretty much it. Let's see what is happening right, and nothing will return from the range. This is the return statement is missing. Uh, what's that? To-do list of undefined. Okay, 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 got you. Um, to-do list dot map. To-do list of map. Store is using here store context, and list view is used. Okay, 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 got you. We need to first wrap this up in our store provider, otherwise it will be undefined. Okay, which is store provider, which is this one. We can name it where I have named it as store. We can name it as a store provider also. So we need to rewrap all of this content in our store, otherwise it will give us an error. So store, and then you have to just wrap it right like this and save it here, and now we can have it. Why it is not still having? Uh, why it is rendering two times? I don't know. I have no idea it is why it is rendering two times. Yeah, this is okay. This is also okay. I don't know why it is rendering two times. Maybe there is some bug from um, Google, I think, which is rendering two times. So I don't know. So go to Gym is rendering perfectly fine. Don't forget to do a wrap up all of your content. Sorry, in in this store. Okay, which we have created just like this, just right here. So this is it for now. Okay, we have created a list view. Now we have to do something for adding to do. So for that we need to just create a here function. So head on to create a new function, which is just below your to do list, and just make a name as add to do, and just make it something like this, and add a function like this. In that we need to go ahead and pass a to do, and that to do is going to add it to our to do list. Sorry, not like this. Store dot to do list dot push, not pop, push. Um, we have our to do, and that's it. Now it is going to store that whenever I call add to do. So for that we need to make one of the form for adding to do. So head on to create a new form, which is form. What's happening here? It's really irritating. Uh, uh, Form view, and you have just like that. We're just going to use this one. Control C, and we just need to use this const. Why this is happening? I don't know. No idea. Paste and this one. and in here we just need to render our input. Okay, you just pass here form or something like that. In here we just need to use one state, which is this, and let's go to my terminal to see what is happening currently. Control tilt, and what is saying form. Um, let's close this for now, so that we can start it again. I think it's having some problem issues, so now it can work. So, oh, okay, got you. Why it is not starting? I am using Nodem on here. Um, npm start we have to use here. Okay, if you use Nodemon, it is going to restart as soon as we save. So my problem. Uh, Sorry for that. Uh, so we just have to use that, and in here in the context, in here in the context const we have our to do, comma, set to do. Okay, and here we need to use our state, which is react dot use state, passing here an empty object which is containing an id which has nothing, and to do which is also containing nothing. Okay, um, so this is our to do, which is set to do, and also things are there, and then we have to return here a function, uh, which is something like to do form, sorry, form. In here we have an input, so that we can have our input in here, and then we have a button, and we have an add or anything like that. And in button we have our on submit. Uh, yeah, maybe one submit or one click. Let's have it one click. On click um, we have our function, which is going to have like this. I'm making it inline. Okay, you can do it at another place also. For the sake of time, I'm just using inline here. So let it. So leave it for now. And in input, we just have to pass here value, which is going to have a value of to do. And in this, we have our on change, um, and that is going to have something called um, e, and it's just going to have uh, to do, set to do, and in that we are just going to use an object which is having an id, which is having math dot random, so that we have a random id to make it unique, and then we have our to do, and in that to do we are just going to pass here um, whatever the to do is, which is e dot target dot value. Okay, so we have passed our to do to this one, and the next thing which we want to do is post this to do to our um, state, which is this one, which is global state. So to push that, we just need to use this button on click, and in there we can use it, which is store store dot add to do, sort of like this, add to do, and in that we have to just pass the state, which is right here, and then save that. So whenever you add this, and it's going to save that, but to update or render we need to do something different, which is just here we are returning li and all sort of thing. We have to just wrap it inside, we have to just return this using our function. Okay, or maybe we can use something. Okay, you have to just use all of those things. Sorry, not this one. You have to just use all of those things you're returning right here. Okay, and cut this out and return this using our use observer. So why we need to return it using use observer? Use observer is something which observes all the changes which are happening in your state and updates your state, updates your UI according to that. Okay. Means if we add something in our to-do list, and it's going to update that automatically for you. um, so we can use that use observer right here uh, in our list view. So for that, just delete this one, like this, and just cut it out, and just we have to use something called return use observer, and in that we have to pass here a function which is anonymous function, and then we have to just use like this, and we have to return all those things that we have cut from there, and we just return that all. So like this. Now we are done. uh, so this part is quite confusing, I know, but it's not like too much difficult to understand. First we are using use observer, then we are just passing a function which is returning our list. That's it. Okay. Nothing rocket science in that. Okay. uh, so we are done with this part. Okay. So it is returning our to do React use context. Yeah, we are done with that. Let's have that whether we have nested something or not. Store is not defined, obviously, not there. Store is not defined. Where is store is not defined? Store is defined here. Oh, yeah. We haven't defined our store right here. We messed it up right here. So we have const um, store is equal to react dot use context, and in that we just have to pass our uh, store context. I'll save that. After saving that, we are getting rid of this here. Yeah, we are done. Why it is object? Let's see what's happening right there. Yeah, I got you. Um, to do set to do. Yeah, we need to just we can't just pass it to do. We have to pass it dot to do. Okay. Yeah. Now we are good to go. Yeah. Now we are done. Now we just add something and add it right here. We are heading here. We just add it. The problem is it is refreshing our page as soon as we click on. So to get rid of that problem, we just have to pass a e dot prevent default so that it not refreshes our page as soon as I click this button. So we have to use this e dot prevent default. It will prevent that. So just add this right here, and if we have to just have to pass something, I'm just going to add that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, just like that. Just going to add all of this. So this is it for this video. Hope you understood that how to use mobex inside your application. There are a couple of more ways also to use this, but I thought this is a much simpler way to use mobex. You can use mobex without context API also. That's not compulsory, but this is one of the way. Hopefully, in future videos, I'm going to make some more videos regarding mobex and all sorts of things. Uh, so, hope you enjoyed this video. And if you liked it, hit a like and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching this video.